Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Harbinger. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, we were looking for good buddy Smiley so that we can put him to rest. You know, so this torture can also stop as well. That's oddly important. And annoyingly, between episodes, I decided, hey, you know what? I was going to double check whether or not I actually had downloaded and found the game manual and whatnot. No, I had not. Turns out that the manual doesn't exist basically anywhere online whatsoever. And I do mean almost whatsoever. The only manuals I had found for it were eBay purchases with the complete game, which sounds neat. But unfortunately, I probably should not just willy-nilly purchase the $20 complete in-box version of Harbinger for the sole purpose of getting the manual, as much as I am sorely tempted at this point. And I do mean everywhere. Game Docs, Replacement Docs, Archive.org surprisingly does not have the manual, but it does have the OST, which if you have the game, you have the OST. You just gotta look into the game files. Let's see. Even the digital version that you get from Gamersgate does not have the game's manual. Which is, I don't know, somehow that's a little bit funny to me because it's like the one place I was thinking I could get the goddamn thing. Oh, I purchased the game, maybe it comes with the manual. No. Why would it come with the manual? Anyways. So that's been about an hour of my life gone again. Which is always annoying when you can't find the game manual. I'd love to find the game manual. I'd love to look at the game manual just to see what it is that Impulse does. And yes, that the one guide that exists from like 2016, it is a fantastic guide by the looks of it. It even has some maps done in a very ASCII sort of way, but in an ASCII sort of way that makes sense on the webpage itself through GameFAQs. Problem is that it said that it was going to be updated, you know, with all the weapon data too. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe they'll update it soon. Thing is that it was last updated 2016, where they added a few technical things, and that was it. Like, good God, it is a wonderful, wonderful manual, and I appreciate the additional work that they did just to make the maps in it readable, looking through it and whatnot. Unfortunately, like the few bits of data that I really needed / wanted are not present, and that kind of hurts. So I can't complain for the most part. I still have no idea what Impulse does. All I know is that I find it annoying that the human gets recharge chips, but I get none. I think I'm just going to replace that with the velocity chip. And just kind of hope that that's ends up being better for me overall. Please stop missing. It's literally a stationary target. Oh my God. Oh, I didn't swap back to plasma, whatever. It's dead now. I really should let my energy recharge some more. Unfortunately, a bastard found me. Alright. Let my energy charge some more. This means a slight refill of coffee. Coffee. Dar, why'd you do that during recording? Because I could. Because there's a lull. Because there weren't a horde of bugs coming my way. Take them where you can get them, especially when you don't need to pause the game to edit out things like that. Wood. Bad bug. Hold still. Thank you. Oh yeah, also forgot to put a little bit of milk in my coffee. Yes, I am using this as an excuse to let it recharge. There we go. Anyways. Don't think this area should be all that much bigger. And yes, I did get a bit of a peek about how much longer, or at least how many more maps I'll be going through in this game. I'm well over the halfway point. I can say that as such. Oh god. I'm so glad that plasma seems to work almost as well as EMP on electrical stuffs. Yes, perish. Damn it. You know what I could have been doing besides looking up the non-existent manual online for this game? I could have watched Suburban Commando. Well, I'd have had to have found it online first, which, let's be honest, probably would have been harder to find the Harbinger manual. Nah, that's not true. As much as I am enjoying myself with this game, I think less people know about this game than know about Suburban Commando. And if you are one of those individuals that are thinking to yourself, Dar, what the hell is Suburban Commando? What the hell are you going on about? Then A, you were clearly born after the 2000s, which my condolences. And B, man, you didn't watch Suburban Commando. Go watch Suburban Commando. What are you doing watching me, an idiot, running around in a Diablo-like in space? You could be watching the greatness of Suburban Commando. I don't know where I'm going with that. It's a good time. It's a fun movie. I'll say that as such. Oh, hello. I don't think those are stronger. They're definitely creepier. Got a whole skull motif going on their face. Also, did I read that right? And it said that it was... You know what, 1 second. I can always jump back through the portal. Jump back through lower decks. Yep, Alm's Outer Sanctum, which means that there's going to be an Alm's Inner Sanctum. Alright, anything of use? I'm healing. Not going to turn down healing. Are these things actually weaker than the drones that we were fighting before? The more orangey ones? Please tell me that says Skeeter and not Sheeter. Like, Skeeter makes sense? Yeah, that's Skeeter. Okay. I mean, okay, first off, that doesn't make sense because that is not a mosquito. That is a flying can opener. Huh. Always interesting when these things start actually dropping things. Let's see. Oh, never mind. I read impulse chip and I'm like, ooh. Or not impulse chip. I read whichever chip it was. Things are starting to... I don't know what they're starting to... They're starting to do things.
Mom's guardians stand before me. The vicious mix of Sinicidate cunning and Gooby's durability. A new species of superbug. Twins, Croton and Capra.
Quick save. Eat lightning, superbug. I really hope I'm hitting both at the same time with this. Come on. And they're not doing that much damage to me. I mean, sure, it's all corrosion. Don't let them get both sides of you, Dar. One dead. Two dead. Oh, well, I thought that was going to be significantly harder. And... boom. Gotta continue increasing my life. Because dying sucks. Well, I can already say I'm grateful that I led them out of this room. Simply by virtue of not having to deal with these skeeters. Would you stop existing long enough for me to enjoy my victory against the superbugs? Maybe loot some good stuff? No. I don't think that there's probably much more value in here. I could have sworn that one of them had way more health than the other when I had managed to kill the first. Alright. It's one of those things where I can't open it from behind the chest, despite the fact that it's giant cocoon. Man. Things in the animal kingdom that grow via cocoon are weird. Can't tell me otherwise. It's amazing, but it's weird. Like caterpillars and moths, specifically, I suppose. I can't think off the top of my head anything else that metamorphoses through that fashion. It's like they wrap themselves into a cocoon instinctually after eating a load of food. Which, man, I wish. And then the next time they wake up after turning into a little just pod of goo, it like reforms itself into what is a moth or a butterfly, depending on the species of caterpillar or whatnot. Like, that shit's amazing. It's weird, but it's amazing. I don't understand it. I don't get how it happens. It's just like all of the goop, the DNA knows how to form itself into exactly the right shape to make a butterfly or a moth, and bam, butterfly and moth. I think that might be one of the reasons why I've always, among the reasons why I've always been fascinated with butterflies. In my youth, I used to be far more fascinated by butterflies, though. I had a aunt that worked at, I forget where exactly. There's like a monarch preserve or something akin to that in Texas. And, okay. Who remembers Flat Stanley? I suppose I should start off this with who remembers Flat Stanley. For those that don't know what Flat Stanley is, it is a paper dude that you would literally mail to, like, things that the class are interested in, or... Ooh, melee armor chip. Mail to... In this case, it was the wildlife preserve for monarchs. Because, at the time, monarchs were stupid rare. Well, rare by insect standards, but you get the point. And when they sent, I believe it was my aunt that worked there at the time, when she sent it back, when she sent Flat Stanley back, it was this letter about how much fun he had and all the things he had learned, and she had also sent just so many books about butterflies and how they transformed and migration patterns, and despite the fact that, you know, a caterpillar has probably never been to this one location, it knows exactly where and how to come back to that one location, because that is the most ample, like, spot to raise, or not raise their young, but to grow and all that fun stuff. It was fascinating. It's still pretty fascinating nowadays. Like, nature is weird, but by God, some of it is just really cool. I think I was almost as fascinated with monarch butterflies as I was with tigers at that point too. Yet another endangered species that involved the color orange, which, I mean, if you've been around my channel long enough, you know how much I actually like the color orange. Oh boy. Pop one. For the moment, let's put down the chrysalis and see what this phantom is. Never mind. I was like, ooh, new armor? Could it possibly be better than the armor I currently have? No, it's human armor. Yeah, when I was a young boy, I had also been part of what was called Tiger Cubs, or Tiger Scouts. It was for kids who were too young to be in Wolf Scouts, which was a, like, division of Boy Scouts or whatever. And we were Tiger Cubs, and I don't know exactly what it was about, because we had a equivalent of, like, the badges with not what, I don't even know what it is anymore. We got black tire paw marks on our shirts anytime that we did, you know, anytime we did something. I'm gonna pause and explain this. Anytime we did something exemplary, we would get black tiger paw marks on our shirts, and there were kids that had like 1, 2, 5. Like, the entire front of my shirt was covered. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me as a kid, but apparently I did a lot of crud. Anyways.
So this is on. At last we meet face to... whatever.
Well, that was sudden. I'd almost say, what's the word I'm looking for here? God damn it. Not non-celebratory, because that would be depressing to say. Oh, okay. That's where you put it. Alright, to reiterate here, 15 to 30, 15 to 25, 15 to 25, 15 to 25, cost of 10, so basically 10 shots per time, but a range skill of 5, and a recharge rate of a lot, 7. Whereas this just does 10 to 25, 10 to 25 for plasma electricity, a full charge of 140 with a cost of 7 and a recharge of 3. Still don't know what impulse is, and a range skill of 3 versus this one's range skill of 5. It's been fun there, big mama. I'll still keep you. And now I'm just curious as to what I'm going to be facing next. Because I do a lot of plasma. I'm wondering if I shouldn't bring back the electricity mods. Actually, let's see if you got something better.
Lilo.
Chips wise. Ono wishes he had an assistant. Okay. Yep, there's the ugly but honest. Honest Triumph. You know what? It's fine. We don't need it. HMO might be interesting, though. Melee and corrosion. 10 to 25. This one doesn't have corrosion, but it has narcotic and decay. Also, this guy that I'd found, which was completely separate from the big, most impressive one from like 2016, it coyly states most of the weaknesses to all the things we'll find, the scintilla, the Vantier, and all that fun stuff. But it just coyly states, I'll leave the poison tolerances for you to discover. Thanks there, guy. That's really helpful. Not. There's this, but that requires a override skill of 47. Override of 50 or Nightmare, which just does straight up 20 to 30. And this one does 15 to 40. I'm starting to think that maybe, possibly, the developer of this game does not like you. And by you, I mean me. Alright, that's probably enough electricity. Not that they've actually got anything more for, like, plasma or whatnot. I probably should do plasma simply because that is kind of an all-around damage thing. Should that make sense? I think, yeah, I've got a +1, a +2. I don't know, it might be better to have a the velocity chip in there instead. Oh, wait. Oh, it's only 3. The last one, was Big Mama 4? Big Mama's 4 slots. You know what? I shall withhold my impulse to go strictly for damage, because fire rate is probably more important, maybe. Also, yes, I did just realize that this has multiple pages. 3 pages worth, in fact. I could probably stuff as much gladiator health as I want in here. Anyways. I'll say hey, hello, hi to Alicia.
Into each other like this.
Really appreciate who helped out Wick. May not seem like much now, but I knew him before he got strung out. It was a completely different, whatever he is. Point is that he was different. Happy, energetic, full of life. I just hope the saculum works. Geez, that's a big gun. Not a big red gun, which is not as impressive, but hey. I got freaking 4 damage types. That's impressive.
What you need?
You have the chrysalis? Here it is. Excellent. Use you? 26. Excellent. Now I'll just squeeze the little goop here, 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 and here. Done. All that's left to do now is insert the tainted key into the prison locking mechanism. Then we're set. Sounds easy. Give me the umbilical codes. Here you go. Remember, we're not going to have a lot of time after the key is in place. The effects are going to be, dramatic. This ship will start to devour itself almost immediately, and travel through the umbilicals could become, well, unpredictable. Don't worry, I'll be quick. There's one other side effect. A minor thing, really, but you should be aware. Side effect. You see, once the key is in place, there won't be anything left to hold Ballistre. He'll be free. No problem, I've killed Scintilla before. I don't think you understand. Ballistre is no ordinary Scintilla. He was the first to energize, and his power far exceeds anything you've faced so far. Who knows what effect imprisonment has had on him. I don't want to speculate, but he could come out even more powerful than before. Killing him is not a task to take lightly. I'll be careful. I know you will. The codes I gave you will take you to the outskirts of the Scintilla prison complex. Sorry, it's the best I could do. From there, you're on your own. I'll be back before you know it, Tarvis. And please be careful. I will. Yep, that's a big-ass key. You know what? Let's see. Override a 20. Yeah, it specifically says cameras, by the way. I was not expecting to have to increase it for my armor or any other things in my inventory. There's no way in hell I'm getting my melee high enough to get one of those better weapons. My range is already at 50. So I think I'm going to continue pumping up my life. I guess that's just the way of things when it comes to this. Have you talked to Wick? Is he better? I'll go check on him. He'll get better soon, right? I don't know, Anna. I gotta go. Yeah, let's check on Wick really quick, and then maybe we'll call it an episode. Got a feeling the prison complex is gonna be annoying. Because, like, let's be honest here. What prison complex in any video game hasn't been annoying to try to go through? Oh, there you are, jeez. Did you see Wick? He's talking again. Actually talking, and I don't mean that munch gibberish. He's actually, and I never thought I would say this, lucid. Glad to hear it. I knew you could help him. Thank you so much. What are friends for? Friends. You're a good friend. You're a very good friend. Take this. I was going to sell it to Anna, but I would rather give it to my friend. I swear to God, if you just gave me a bigger, better gun. You son of a... Of course it's a bigger, better gun. That requires an override skill of 21. Okay. To be fair, it's not that much of a bigger, better gun. But I'm still screaming internally. Let's go check on Wick. How you doing, bud? I know why I'm hanging out in this dreadful junk hole, but what are you doing here? How you feeling, Wick? Much better than I have in a long time. I have you to thank for that. I helped, but you did the hard part. I haven't helped anyone in a long time. Not really helped, that is. It's all gonna change now. I've already talked to Silas. After I get my strength back, I'm gonna help everyone. Glad to hear it. I owe it all to you. Thank you. Thank you for a second chance, or maybe it was my third. Doesn't matter. Thank you. Least I could do. Yeah. Feels good helping out a bro. I'm a little miffed about getting the gun that requires an override of 21. But what can you do? Alright, we'll update Ona. See if anyone else has to say anything about it. Put away the gun. It was a gift, you know, you keep gifts.
Lilo.
Have you seen Wick? Is he recovering? He's better. Wait, what? Has it?
Gembola.
I'll never input all this data. What are you poking at? Nothing really. Don't have something... Yeah, okay. Do I go back to Silas's and pick up... Yeah, I'm gonna pick up that health. Never know when you need it.
Up to no good again?
Hey there, troublemaker. How's your life? Well, the Scintilla are really giving me trouble. Yeah, Scintilla can be really tough, especially the energized ones. Your best bet is to use Disruption on them. Van Tier developed Disruption specifically to deal with Scintilla, and for the money, can't be beat. Thanks for the tip. See you later, Alicia. Ah, so it is a good thing I decided to get a Disruption effect on my weapon. Hey, Dorvis.
What you need?
I've been telling everyone to pack light, but I still don't know what I'm going to take. If I left Ona here, I could probably take the generator. Dorvis. Okay, you're right. Ona comes, generator stays. Okay, but that's funny. Alright, quickly go back, grab my health packs, because it's gonna probably suck from here on out. Kinda wish I could have used that gun, but not much can be helped. Anyways, go over to the umbilical, save, and call an episode. When we return, I don't fully know. We're going to go to the outskirts of some prison-y area, which doesn't sound healthy. And hopefully, Jinx here will put in some good use. Man, now I wish I had some disruption chips. But thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying playing it. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.